Okay, today I'm going to talk to you a lot and I'll try to get to the point as quickly as possible. I'll let you know one thing is that a lot of what I'm going to tell you can check out at a blog that I give you a link to. This is all about pandiatonic harmony. And so the phrase has been thrown around. There's different definitions, different ideas about it. I like the idea of being very practical with it. I like the idea of being using it, the harmony that fits that term or the term that fits that harmony in a way that can be applied and useful. So, what I'm going to do is read to you some things, and then you can go check the blog for yourself and experiment with the idea. As far as rules, pandiatonic is not the rule for all music. That's the first comment I could make. If it was, I would say break it. Diatonic, Western harmony, serial music, atonal music, whatever labels people have for different kinds of music. It's just all subjective. Okay, so here goes from the blog I wrote a while back, and I'll just read you a little bit of it, and then we'll see where we go. Sorry for looking to the side here rudely, but I'm going to read off this music stand here. Pandiatonic. Pan means everything. Diatonic means the harmonic system used in most Western music. According to Nicholas Slanimsky, who coined the term pandiatonic to describe what Stravinsky and Aaron Copland, were up to musically, pandiatonic means using the notes of the diatonic scale without conventional resolutions or chord progressions. I'll be using the same term, but in a different way. The way I use it, pandiatonic means the connecting of all keys through the backbone of a pandiatonic arpeggio, constructed of, and here's the main part, alternating major and minor thirds. This has been done before. No, it's not. It's not original, but I'm just laying it out in my own way. And this is implying many of the conventions of Western music, and at the same time, going beyond them. Okay, a little thing that I have on the same paper is talking about octaves. They become a bit different. Also, scale thinking is different. So here's what I have here. Octaves. Excuse me. Pollen is heavy in Texas nowadays. The pandiatonic octave is actually a flatted ninth or sharp eighth, whatever you want to say. Again, labels, I kind of don't really care, honestly, about labels like that. I know some of you out there that are purists will tell me I'm wrong or right. It doesn't matter. So if you have a octave, a scale that comprises an octave, you would get this. Am I thinking? C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp. And so you might have seen some comments that are similar to that elsewhere. Not that it matters, but I kind of arrived at this independently. And I think several people also have arrived at this independently. There's geniuses out there that have come up with stuff that who knows where they got it from. But it's, if you ever look this word up, it's part of the zeitgeist. Zeitgeist. There we go. Zeitgeist. Uh, my German is bad, and anyway, I don't have a German, so sorry. But going on back to this paper, it says this: the big picture, or it asks this: the big picture? Question mark. Interestingly, pandiatonic harmony is analogous to unified theory. That's I was about to say that's Shakespeare stuff. Well, no. In a way, maybe Shakespeare, but more likely you could say that's Einstein stuff, or watch the Big Bang, it's Sheldon stuff, string theory, unified theory, etc. It is prescribed, meaning pandiatonic harmony, it's prescribed and bound by certain rules, such as with subatomic theory. I can't pronounce things very well, sorry. But through those same rules, and paradoxically, in opposition to the very rules driving the logic behind the system, It encompasses everything and enjoys the vantage point of the quote, big picture. But that still leaves the arbitrary limitations, which I personally have decided to set on this, on the diatonically. And what I've done arbitrarily is limited this system to perfect fifths for what I'm calling a hexachord. Please toss that out the window if you don't like it. Here's what I mean. It's basically stacked fifths. C, G, D, A, E, B. And so, again, listen to some of the talk you're hearing about different sorts of ideas about pandiatonic theory. And stacked fifths are very, very important. And you'll hear this also if you listen to Alban Berg. You hear a big earful of this sort of thinking. Listen to Ives, listen to Alban Berg, and you'll hear really the masters of rules and breaking rules. And that's amazing to me what they can do or what they did. To me, they're still there doing it because you just got to listen to them and you got it. Okay, so we got this. I kind of interrupted the flow here, but we've got C, G, D, A, E, B. See how that all resides within the C major system. So it's diatonic, but we're going to build stuff off of that. So it says I've expressed this limitation with perfect fifths of a hexachord that's expressed intervallically root, fifth, ninth, sixth, third, seventh, as an ironic embrace of apparent inconsistency. We should always give ear to the lessons of Ives, that's Charles, and Berg, that's Alban, in regard to the relative value of systems and the arrogance of inviolability over the harmonious compromise of judiciously wrought self-limitation. It's got to be there. You can't be everything all over the place, everywhere, all the time. It doesn't work. Even if you think you're the master of a tonality or whatever, it ain't going to be. Avant-garde, it ain't going to be. There's system somewhere. There's limitations somewhere, even if it's unbeknownst to you. The comprehensive order and consistency of pandiatonic harmony, in contrast to the built-in inconsistencies of diatonic, I'm so sorry guys, I can't say that. Diatonic harmony stands in a position to provide useful enhancements, greater choice, and expanded horizons. Okay, so if you hadn't thought about this before, you should. The diatonic system of harmony, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, is inconsistent. I mean, if you it's definitely not symmetrical. Whole tone is symmetrical, diminished is symmetrical, and also this idea of alternating thirds. Go up a C, from a C to an E, that's a major third. Go from a G, to an E. From an E to a G is a minor third. From a G to a B is a major. See, it keeps going like that. Okay, that's the alternation that you get. Wow, this is a lot of stuff, so I can see other things to say. I'm going to put this in parts. This is going to be part one. And then applications, they're just endless, and so I'll get back with you. Adios.